Welcome to the Tempo Storm deck introduction series featuring Death Rattle Paladin. This deck is known for its synergies revolving around cards such as Meat Wagon and Mechano Egg. Due to this, the deck is also referred to as Egg Paladin. The deck aims to utilize the mech synergies on the eggs to cheat out several large and sticky minions each turn. Without silences, it's very hard for most decks to remove the effects that are played on the eggs. If your opponent manages to clear off your threats, you can use Kangor's Endless Army to summon the large threats back into play. A few players had experimented with this type of paladin previously, but its debut in the competitive scene stems back from Muzzy's Buenos Aires run. While the deck didn't do very well here, with a bit more refinement, it became a decently well-rounded deck. Egg Paladin gains an advantage when being played on ladder due to most players mulliganing for Odd Paladin. Due to this, you can easily get a few extra turns to get your game plan online, due to players mulliganing defensively. One thing that makes Death Rattle Paladin so powerful is the ability to be so flexible in your game plan. Typically, you'll be looking to find your Meat Wagons and Mechano Eggs in order to begin summoning Robosaurs. But in other matchups, your game plan will change from a mid-range one to a more control-oriented one. Against slower decks, you want to be playing as the aggressor in the matchup. You want to dictate how many threats you're developing each turn and making the largest threats that you can. While using the mech synergies alongside your eggs, you can make the eggs represent threats, forcing your opponents to try and find a way to remove them. Try to get value out of your swing cards like Spirit Singer Umbra by only playing it in the same turn as powerful death rattles such as our egg or cube, in order to maximize the amount of pressure we can develop at once. Against aggressive decks, your game plan becomes less about making large boards and more around staving off their pressure using our removal until we can start making large taunt minions to outlive their pressure. Cards such as Equality, Wild Pyromancer, True Silver Champion, and Consecration can be extremely useful in these matchups to allow for us to stall. Make no mistake though, while we are the control deck in these matchups, we do need to eventually begin to develop minions in order for us to have a real win condition. After getting through the early turns with our removal spells, taunts, and weapons, we should look to try to stick either a taunted mech on our egg or a Spike Ridge steed to stabilize our board. Another win condition that works a surprising amount of times is building a large board of small minions, then using Sunkeeper Terram to push a large amount of damage out of nowhere. Always be looking for opportunities to capitalize on how powerful this card is and use it to push an advantage. Due to the nature of the mid-range deck, there is a decent amount of cards that can be swapped in and out. Two cards that can be added to bolster the matchup against Druid are both Mossy Horror and Harrison Jones. Harrison allows us to remove Twig and cycle through our deck faster, while Mossy removes Spreading Plague while having the upside of activating our own eggs if need be. Mossy is a stronger tech card typically, as the matchup is already favored, and this card can help swing aggro matchups in our favor. While not nearly as popular of a tech card, several players have been experimenting with Shrink Ray, as this card can put a heavy stop to aggro decks. It also has strong synergy with Wild Pyromancer, allowing for an additional board clear to be run. While Egg Paladin may not be the strongest deck in the meta, it's definitely refreshing to play due to its interesting playstyle, along with the fact that it's fairly powerful against Malygos Druid. Definitely consider picking it up if you're looking for a fresh new deck to pilot on the ladder. Thank you for watching our deck introduction on Egg Paladin. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel to keep up to date with the rest of our videos. Until next time, thanks for watching.